Compass FM. John here until 2. Sophie Kitty will be my co-host. We're doing a tandem every Tuesday morning between 10 and 11. Sophie's at Rangiora High School and she wants to become a radio broadcaster. So we're going to give her some experience here, and I tell you what, we're backing her all the way to broadcasting school and onto a life in this wonderful industry. I almost feel like Senior Constable Tony Moore is a co-host with me here at Compass FM because he's here every Tuesday. Very familiar voice. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, John. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you on board. Of course, you're with the Waimakatiri area from a policing point of view, but I see some burglaries in Hanmer Springs that you're going to tell us about.
Yes, this is up in the Magdalen Valley Road area. There was a series of burglaries up there, holiday homes, batches, etc. So, just if anyone's got any information about that, could they contact the Hanmer Police with any information they may have. Obviously, holiday homes are quite vulnerable, with not a lot of people there at different times. So just people up in that community, just keep a bit of an eye out as well.
All right, Tony, you've just come from a tool engraving session.
Yes, I have. So the local trade stores, placemakers, Maitatini, etc., regularly have they call them like a tradies breakfast, I guess, where they have these specials and the tradies come in and buy tools, and we've got the ourselves and community patrols have a desk set up, and we do the engraving of the tools, which is something that we really encourage. There were quite a few, there still is, vehicles, tradies vehicles getting broken into in the area, and their tools are getting stolen. So engraving is just another way that we can identify tools that we recover. And there's nothing more frustrating, as I was saying this morning to some of the tradies, that will execute a search warrant and there'll be a house full of stolen tools. Well, we know they're stolen, but we can't prove they're stolen because it might just be the initials, JHB written on a tool, and it's not enough to identify it. However, if we have an unique identifying number, then we can not only get the tools back to the owner, but we can also hold that offender to account because we can prove that they're stolen tools.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's easy. So for those listening now, any tradies listening, it's simple. It's just half an hour out of your day.
Absolutely,
and you hold these regularly at the likes of placemakers and
just keep an ear out. Normal trade suppliers. Just ask them next time you're in there. But community patrols both in Rangiora and in Kaiapoi offer a service whereby they'll come around to your site with the engraver and do all your tools. They do ask for a donation, of course, because they're volunteers. But you can contact them through the website, and they'll come and do them on site if that's more convenient.
Fantastic. I want to ask you more about our community patrols in a moment, but anything else on the crime scene to report, Tony?
Yeah, we had a burglary to an industrial yard down in Flaxton Road the other morning, where a trailer was stolen and some equipment out of a container. So, speaking of community patrols, we're doing some work with them, and they're going to do some early morning patrols in around the commercial areas as well, which is fantastic. So they'll be getting up early in the morning and just keeping an eye out around those areas. We had some vandalism up in Culverden Golf Course, which was quite disappointing. Their tractor up there got damaged. But as you find with small communities, we're following a good line of inquiry, and hopefully the offenders will be held to account for that. We're also getting some vehicles stolen and recovered, just more along the lines of the joyriders in the Kaiapoi area. So just asking people to be mindful of that target hardening message. Get a steering wheel bar lock. And that will be enough to prevent something along those lines. So quite an easy fix. But just that, once again, John, target hardening.
Absolutely. Community patrols, we have them in Rangiora, we have them in Kaiapoi.
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic scheme that is run here in the Waimakatiri. And I guess always looking for new members, Tony?
Absolutely, because they, not only is it for evenings, as I just mentioned, there could be other times that we need, the patrols out working, and it could even just be during the day. So if you do have some spare time and you do care about your community, then jump on the CPNZ website, Community Patrols New Zealand, and you'll see that there's patrols throughout New Zealand. and just send a message, and someone will be in contact with you, and you can receive some training, and then join one of those patrols. It's such a valuable way to give back to your community.
Yeah, and a good tool for the police. I mean, it really does work.
Absolutely, they're our eyes and ears, and very valued part of our police as well. So we support them wholeheartedly.
Fantastic. And going down that road, we've got community patrols, but we've also got neighbourhood support.
We do.
For those that don't know about neighbourhood support, just a brief explanation of that one, Tony.
So neighbourhood support is it's an initiative where we connect communities, in particular drilling right down into the streets themselves. So we encourage members of a small area, a street for instance, to join neighbourhood support as a group. So there would be one person normally in that group that would be the coordinator, and it's just welcoming new people to the community or to the street. It's looking out for each other. It's once again eyes and ears. So if your neighbours are away, and you can keep a bit of an eye on their house, because quite often offenders will actively avoid a police patrol vehicle, but they won't necessarily be thinking about someone looking out the window. So they can the people in the groups can often see a lot of stuff and let us know about anything that's looking a bit suspicious. So they're a great resource to keep communities safe. And neighbourhood support North Canterbury is also aligned with Gets Ready, which is more the emergency preparedness, where we're encouraging people to sign up to that. So in the event of an emergency, we know what resources those people can provide to the community to assist, because there will have to be a lot of self-reliance in the event of a major emergency. Obviously, the emergency service is going to be busy dealing with some pretty big stuff. So we're just trying to get communities to be more resilient, and it's once again, it's also that part of that neighbourhood support thing. So it's building resilience and crime prevention.
Brilliant. Always good to see you, Tony. Senior Constable Tony Moore from the Waimakariri Police.
Compass FM.